prepared to get your mind blown. We're joined by world-renowned medium, spiritual healer, and messenger of hope, Travis Holp. Thank you so much for joining us.
I'm so happy to be here.
Yes, it is so nice to meet you. Okay, so you're actually on your third nationwide tour right now.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about what you do and how it's going.
So I do live mediumship, and this tour is called Life After Life, and I connect people in the audience to their loved ones in spirit.
Amazing.
And it's such a fun, exciting, hope-filled evening, and I'm so proud to be able to do this work and to be on this tour.
That's amazing. And you've lived here before, you said. I was going to ask.
For a year.
I was going to say, have you been to Jacksonville?
I have. I worked at the Mac store, the makeup store.
Yeah, I love that.
Over at one of the shopping centers. I don't think it's open anymore.
Oh, I know, right? So sad. All right, so you also have a book deal.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
My book came out in November. It's called Are You
Congrats.
There, Spirit? It's me, Travis.
Aww.
And it's a book that dives into my own journey, but also the amazing messages from our loved ones in spirit and what they want us to know here, so we can live the life that our souls came here to live.
Right. So, well, tell me about this. When did you realize you had this gift? Because when we've talked with people in the past, I mean, a lot of you, it starts really young.
Yeah, so when I was about the age of 4.
Oh my gosh, that's really young.
Yeah, I would hear, see, sense, and feel things. I would see shadow figures. I would see people in my room at night. And it wasn't until I was a little bit older that I realized what was going on when I went to go see my first psychic.
Right. And so, so how do you navigate that? I mean, were you afraid when you were younger and then you kind of grew into respecting it more or feeling like more connected to it? Or?
It wasn't until I kind of went on my own healing where I realized like this was something, an ability that we all have. But for me, you know, I call mediumship an ability, but my gift is how I connect with people.
Okay.
And you know, I never know when a spirit is going to come through. Like I was sitting back in the green room and I started delivering messages to one of your guests here today.
Yes, Caitlin, when you want to come
no
in, you know,
I was going to be here.
Caitlin and Jamie from Fun for First Coast Kids, they come every Friday, and we don't tell our guests who's coming, but you guys were hanging out in the green room, so tell me what happened here.
Yes, so he had asked if a mom figure, you know, if anyone had lost a mom, and of course that
and it was literally just you and Jamie in the room.
It was just Jamie and myself.
It wasn't like a bunch of people in there.
And so he mentioned that she is like jumping up and down and very just healthy and living life and so happy on the other side. And she was very ill for years and years and years with cancer here in the physical world. So that was wonderful to hear. He mentioned this bracelet, which is hers. I wear it often and have it on today. Mentioned the namesake. So my niece, my youngest niece, who she never met, she has her middle name of Joyce. And so she mentioned that and that she was so thankful for that and so proud. And I had been talking to her today, this morning, just that, kind of just like thanking her for fighting so hard to be with us for so long with the cancer, and that I hoped that she was, you know, good and healthy and she's okay, and that it's her turn to, you know, feel good, and so
and here I am.
Oh my gosh, and you were able to deliver that message. That is amazing.
But I was sitting in the green room and I literally just felt pulled.
Yeah.
And your mom,
and that's how it happens.
Is so wonderful and bubbly and bright.
Yes.
How you said she was here in life.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's how it happens.
That's
and then
so
I do that in a live setting.
Right.
We're doing tonight at Cafe 11 in St. Augustine.
Okay.
The first show is sold out, but the late show at 9:45. If you want to stay late tonight, we have just a few tickets left.
Yeah, you better get them quick.
But I do this live and I deliver these messages to people from their loved ones.
Amazing. And you've actually done it with stars too. Belinda Carlisle and
Debbie Gibson,
Jeff
Carson
Lewis.
Presley.
Oh my God.
I love Carson.
Yeah.
He's so nice. But you know, we all have something in common, and that is we all at some point will miss someone or grieve someone.
Right.
And so the job as a medium isn't to prove that what we do is real.
Right.
Our job is to validate for people
Yes.
that your loved ones are with you, that the signs that you see are them, and that life continues on.
Amazing. All right, so if anyone wants to follow along with your journey, your book, anything you've got going on, how do they do that?
You can find me at travisholp.com or on social media at Travis Warrior Unicorn.
And really quickly, has there been one moment in your career doing this that has really stuck out to you the most?
I think, you know, the moments that stick out to me the most are always when I'm connecting with moms who have children who have left this earth.
Oh, yes.
And what I know for sure, I don't have children of my own, but what I know for sure is that the love of a mother for her child is one of the strongest energies I've ever felt. And so to be able to just provide that peace and that comfort that their children are still with them and that they're at peace is so meaningful to me.
Well, thank you so much again for joining us at Cafe 11, you said?
Cafe 11
St.
tonight.
Augustine.
Yes.
First show sold out. You better get tickets to that 9:45. Oh my gosh, it has been such a pleasure meeting you. Thank you so much for joining us. And anytime you're in town, just let us know.
I will.
All right, thank you so much, David.